Our guest today is a world-renowned personal trainer and health and wellness expert, an author, a TV personality, and a businesswoman. And we love our female founders here. She created the fitness app and is also the host of the long-running podcast, Keeping It Real, Conversations with Jillian Michaels. You guessed it, Jillian Michaels is joining us today, and she's keeping it real with us too, talking about mental and physical wellness along with the racial disparities we need to pay attention to in the fitness world. This is Advocate Now. Jillian, it's so amazing having you with us. And you know, people now know you as a fitness icon, but going back to the very beginning, what made you want to join the health and fitness space in the first place?
I didn't. I fell into it organically because I was, it's the typical cliche story, right? I was the overweight kid. I was bullied in junior high. I was a loner in high school. And then I got into martial arts somewhere along the way, and it empowered me. And it empowered me physically, which transcended into other facets of my life. And I began to realize that when you feel strong physically, it gives you strength in other areas. So I became passionate about utilizing health as a platform to build my life on top of. And then I kind of organically started helping other people in the way that I'd been helped. And now here I am.
Healthy means so many different things to different people. What does it mean to you?
It depends on what type of health you're asking about, right? Healthy is actually quantifiable. If we're talking about physical health, it isn't subjective. It's numbers at a doctor's office. That's what it means to me. If we're talking about happy, that's totally subjective, right? But for me, when I say I want someone to be healthy, I want them going to the doctor's office and walking out without a prescription. That's what I'm looking for. I want good numbers, right? Good cholesterol numbers, blood sugar numbers, all the numbers. I want good numbers. That's physical health.
Yeah, and there's been a major shift in the health sphere over the past few years. You know, people are becoming more body positive. They're focusing more on overall health, less on the number on the scale. How do you feel about those shifts?
Honestly, it depends. Once again, it kind of depends, right? I think there are polarizing perspectives here, right? So people who are, quote, I don't even know, pick the term you want to use, overweight. I don't even know if we're allowed to say obese anymore. People who are carrying enough body fat to create health problems, you want to help them become healthy. And when I say healthy, I go back to my definition of the doctor being like, yes, good, yes, good, yes, good. That's what I'm looking for. In order for somebody to be healthy, they have to actually love themselves, because only from a place of valuing yourself and believing you're worth it, right? Can we make that effort and make that investment in who we are? So I listen, it's important that we have self-acceptance. It's important we love each other. It's important we love ourselves, right? Nobody should judge anyone. And there's been too much of that for too long, which is where I think things have gone to the opposite extreme in some cases, because there is no such thing as healthy at any size. It's like saying the earth is flat. It's not true. So I think if we want to empower people, we support them, we encourage them, we give them tools to reclaim their health should they choose to. And it's that simple, in my opinion.
Yeah, and specifically, I mean, how can the fitness and wellness spaces become more inclusive so that all people feel seen and want to become healthier versions of
Sure.
themselves?
I think it's representation. So, in my opinion, it's like, okay, do they see themselves in the clothes, in the ad, in the whatever it might be? So they go, okay, this is speaking to me as well. The second thing is, are you understanding of their story? So, while a lot of people, okay, for example, I was speaking to this trainer in New York named Purcell Duggar, and we were talking about how to court the Black community more with fitness. And he was like, so many of these corporations and so many people who aren't Black don't understand Black history with the medical community. And if you really want to court that community or our community, you need to understand us better. And I think that applies. This kid's real smart, and I think it applies across the board. Whether it's someone that's struggled with weight their entire lives, or somebody who's Black, or somebody who's brown, or whatever, somebody who's gay, we need to try to just understand them a little better. And then I think we can speak to them more effectively. But we still do need to speak to them. We can't just virtue signal and tell them everything's great, because in some cases it's not.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about your podcast, but I found it so interesting because in one of your recent podcast episodes, you tackle the topic of, how we can effectively advocate for health across racial lines.
Yeah.
Why is that such an important conversation to have, and what can be done?
Here's what's so discouraging is that obesity and obesity-related health conditions are disproportionately affecting people of color. And at a time where people of color should be getting the most support, right? It's like, okay, how can we make healthcare more affordable and accessible? How can we make fitness to speak to this community? Everybody's so intimidated and they don't really know what to say or how to say it, that in some cases they say nothing. In other cases, they say like, it's all good, right? Oh no, healthy at every side. Oh no, you're good. Because they don't want to get canceled.
Mm-hmm.
And, we do have to be brave and say, all right, look, this community is underserved in these areas. It just is. So we have to continue to try to communicate effectively and, again, provide tools. But it requires doing the work like I did, having conversations with people who are experts that are Black or gay or obese, but also know what they're talking about in health and wellness. So they know the community and they understand the history, but they also know the science. You can't negate the science. And I think so often now people just find it easier to either say nothing or virtue signal for popularity. And both are really dangerous across all areas of pop culture, health not being pop culture, being so much more important than that.
You said you initially fell into the health and wellness space organically or maybe by accident, but something about you, from your books to your fitness DVDs, hosting The Biggest Loser, I mean, you've always been passionate about helping other people become the best version of themselves. Why does that mean so much to you?
It just makes you feel a little less helpless in the world. You know what I mean? It's like you drive down the street, you see homeless people, and you're like, you feel helpless. You adopt a dog, there's 100 other dogs that need to be adopted. You feel totally helpless. If you can help somebody get off of their diabetes medication, right, and feel better, or you can help somebody become, improve their chances of fertility and having a baby, right? That's playing some small role in their journey, gives you a sense of purpose and empowerment and meaning. It just makes me personally feel less helpless in the world.
You're helping people in a new way now with your app, the fitness app. What inspired you to start your own wellness platform?
Well, I mean, it's not so new. The tech is new, but the content's the same. It's fitness, nutrition, meditation, community. So we really looked at, what do people love, right? They love workout programs. They love customization, whether it's their food or their fitness, whether it's their current fitness level or the type of workout they love, whether they want to be vegan or they want to be keto. The app is designed to deliver people cost-effective, accessible solutions that are wrapped around them so they have the best chance of succeeding. So, whether you are pregnant and you want a full prenatal program with another expert who's pregnant, we have Taylor Walker's prenatal pregnancy workouts that take you from day one all the way to delivery, right? Whether you're a yogi, whether you love boxing, whether you like to lift, you want to work out in the gym, outside, at home, you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to build muscle. It's about creating programs for people that deliver what they want in ways that they can achieve it. And that's what the fitness app does.
Jillian Michaels, you are amazing. This was such an incredible conversation. Thank you for being here. I want everyone to check out Jillian's app, the fitness app, and her podcast, Keeping It Real. Thank you for keeping it real with us and more. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. Have a good one.
I'm Sonia Baghdady. Thanks for watching and advocating. For more stories and content like this, visit advocate.com and advocatechannel.com.